With more election coverage, InSight's Phillip Ranallo joins us in our studio with one VCU student who contributed to the Grass Roots Get Out the Vote efforts here in Richmond.
We are joined today by Regional Field Director of Students for Barack Obama, Josh Kadrich. Thank you for joining us today.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me, Phillip.
First, I'd like to ask you a little bit about Students for Barack Obama. What does it involve?
Students for Barack Obama is actually the largest student movement since the Civil Rights Movement. We've had thousands and thousands of students across the country, high school, college, even we get notes from middle school students all across the country who want to get involved with this campaign. So that's how we cater to those students. We are essentially the student sector of the Campaign for Change.
And how did you particularly get involved in the campaign?
Well, I remember back in February, before we had the primary here in Virginia, that Barack Obama came to speak at the Jefferson-Jackson dinner, which is the annual Democratic Party of Virginia fundraiser. It was down to Barack and Hillary, and they were the only two that were still running in the primary, so they both scheduled to speak there. I found out about it, of course, wanted to hear Barack Obama speak, and went to the first Students for Barack Obama meeting that I had been to, which was right before that weekend. So that's how I got involved. I met all the student leadership at that point, and then just kind of skyrocketed from there.
Now, I understand you were involved in the Bush campaign in high school. So,
yes.
with this campaign, how did you go about promoting awareness amongst the students?
Well, I'm not going to say I really learned anything from the Bush campaign that I could apply to the Barack Obama campaign. But in terms of really promoting this to students, I think that we were really fortunate to have such a charismatic leader. You know, students wanted to get involved. You know, Barack Obama kind of had the rock star persona going on, which really helped us get the word out to students. But I also feel like surrogates really helped us in getting student involvement. We had Tatiana Ali, Marlon Wayans, Carolyn Kennedy. We even had Barack Obama come at one point. We've had tons and tons of celebrities and political figures flooding onto campus, flooding into the Richmond area. And that was one way that really catalyzed student involvement. We also were able to give out stickers, bumper stickers, and chum just to really shore up the student involvement.
Now, I understand when Barack Obama came to Richmond right before the election, you got a chance to meet him. What was that like for you?
It was phenomenal. I'd been working on the campaign for nearly a year at that point. A year for this one guy whose hand I got to shake a couple times, and I got to meet the motorcade when they were coming back from speaking at the Coliseum at the airport. And just him getting out of the car, shaking his hand, he was an incredibly nice guy, really, really thankful for what all his volunteers are doing. So it was just a really rewarding experience, and got lots of pictures from that one.
And have you ever considered from this experience going into politics yourself?
I have. I've been urged to since I was a kid from my mom, you know, and I really feel like taking political action in terms of holding office is the only real way to get change done. You can let them know what's going on, but you can't do it yourself unless you're in that office.
That's about all the time we have today. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me, Phillip.
Again, we'd like to thank the Regional Field Director for Students for Barack Obama, Josh Kadrich, for being with us today. Now back to the front desk.